Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, expert in health and longevity and creator of Bogash Life and Balance. And today we're going to talk about the brain and cognitive function, cognitive decline, and whether or not we can prevent cognitive decline. Things like Alzheimer's, memory loss, all of those things that we are concerned because it's our freaking brain. And we only have, you got 2 kidneys, you got quite a bit of liver, we only have 1 brain. If you didn't realize that, maybe you might be 1 short, but it's really important to protect it. And there's the title of the video is obviously just for effect, because we know that we can prevent cognitive loss and protect our brain. There's absolutely no question about it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to think we're really still trying to find this magic drug for things like Alzheimer's, and quite frankly, I don't know that we ever will. However, we do know a tremendous amount of things that contribute to loss of brain function. And there's a long list, but there's one that is kind of rose to the top. It's called the LIBRA. So the lifestyle interventions for brain health, brain activity, or maybe lifestyle interventions for the brain, but it's LIBRA. And it is 12 different factors, I think it's 12, that play a role in, so if we have these things in our lifestyle, like smoking, our risk of cognitive decline is greater. In particular, in this study looking at a little over 4,000, almost 4,200 people, average age of 59, the people who had higher LIBRA scores, so in other words, they were making poor choices, these people had they had worse cognition, they had more brain shrinkage. We want our brain to be as big as possible and as healthy as possible. And it's very clear that the choices we make play a role in brain health. That doesn't matter whether we're talking about diabetes, whether we're talking about Alzheimer's, whether we're talking about depression, anxiety, cardiovascular disease. They all feed on one another. We make bad choices and everything goes to hell. We make good choices and all things get better. So as I go over the list of 12, you'll notice that many of these, if you work on one, it will fix others. And so while a list of 12 certainly means that that seems like a lot to change, these are all in the same basket, and it's not like anything's way over here and then something else is way over here. So that list includes things like being physically active, not smoking, cognitive activity. So listening to this video and following up on the research link that I provide and doing some reading is important. Shut off that damn TV and do some reading. Do some thinking, do some Sudoku, something to get your brain working. So cognitive ability, curbing alcohol use. Certainly excessive alcohol use is a big challenge and it's not good for the brain. Mediterranean diet. This is one we could even get a little bit more specific, more like a paleo Mediterranean diet where it's an unprocessed Mediterranean-based diet is very good for the brain. We look at having depression, but depression, it's not like you can snap your fingers and fix depression, but fixing all of the other things like starting to exercise and looking at a Mediterranean diet and quitting smoking can help with depression. So depression is a marker that can get fixed by fixing some of these other things. High blood pressure, again, fixing other things will fix high blood pressure. Same thing with obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, and renal disease. That's the list. All of these healthier lifestyle factors and making better choices will have an impact on everything on this list and will clearly have an impact on protecting your brain. So if you don't care about your brain, then by all means, don't make any changes. If you do happen to care about your brain, because it's the only one you have and you want to keep it as healthy as possible for as long as possible, then we need to be cognizant about the things we do to our body because they have an effect on our brain. As always, I will post a link to this particular study in the description. Make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs the information, and subscribe to the channel.